Okay.
Okay.
Is there anything bad happening?
Nope.
Just shout in the middle. Be like, your hair is on crack. Did you watch the video last week? Hey DIYers, I'm Alicia.
And I'm Allie from Whimsy Box.
Welcome to DIY5, where we count down our favorite DIY projects from the week, tell you what's going on around the office, and share other silly stuff we've been talking about. All right, let's get to it.
Let's do it. All right, so Cafe Crafty did this simple photo holders out of wooden blocks and alligator clips. They're a great way to display your favorite photos without the need for a lot of frames or a lot of table space. And I think they'd be great in the kitchen is anyone still using recipe cards? Yeah. They'd be a great way
to if you're me.
Yeah.
Well, on the occasion when I'm cooking.
Right. I need a recipe. But they're a great way to put the recipe up and display it so you can read it.
Yeah, off the counter, because maybe I'll talk about this later, but I have a recipe card laying on the counter, and then it gets food spilled on it, and then you can't save it, and it's all messed up, which is super sad if it's a family recipe.
Yeah, and same with your photos. So if you've got your photos on your phone or camera or computer, print them off and display them so that you can see all those great memories.
Yeah, perfect. So the saying goes, April showers bring May flowers. Mm-hmm. But what happens when you have May snow?
Like we do.
Because that's what happened this week, which is such a bummer. Fortunately, all the snow has melted, so we're back to the flowers. And the chic party whipped up these really cool and colorful floral napkin rings using silk flowers, ribbon, and then for the ring, shower rings.
Perfect.
Which is a great inexpensive craft supply.
Yeah. I will say though that the snow is pretty.
Yeah. I was driving and I was like, this would be awesome if it was January.
Yeah.
But it's not.
But it's not super cold. It's not like it's freezing here, but the snow is like this big fat snowflakes.
Yeah, it's really heavy. Oh man, there was one of my neighbors has all these poppies, and all the poppies were covered in snow, which was really sad.
That's one thing I love about Boulder in the springtime is the poppies that come out. These huge orange poppies.
Yeah, they're so pretty. So this past weekend was University of Colorado's graduation, and I was just thinking I can't imagine if it had been my graduation and then later that weekend it snowed. I mean, people probably had sundresses and picnics and barbecues planned.
That's springtime in Boulder though. You
just
never know. But yeah, bring on the flowers for sure. Well, Katie from View from the Fridge is participating in this anthropology knockoff week, where she and a group of 4 other talented ladies are taking inspiration from anthropology and showing you how to create these designer items and accessories for a whole lot less. So this You Are My Sunshine pillow is just one of the awesome projects, and it uses one of our favorite iron-on transfer paper to create an awesome addition to the home decor. So she simply print off a phrase, photo, saying, song, and whip up a quick throw pillow, and she even shows you how to add the piping around the pillow for a little extra touch.
Yeah, that really finishes it. So have you noticed that pineapples are everywhere?
I have,
everywhere. Forget donuts. Forget whatever.
Macaroons.
It happened before donuts, macaroons, yeah. Cupcakes. Psh, who even remembers cupcakes?
That was old hat.
Pineapples are it. Mm-hmm. And Sugar and Charm created the most adorable pineapple straws to dress up your summer refreshment. So it's just actually an origami technique, and then she cut out the little leafy green top part of the pineapple and added them to cute straws, which I think would be super fun for a summer event.
Yeah. Did you know that you can cut off the top of a pineapple and root it?
Only because you told me.
and I did it once. It's dead now. But
you
totally did it.
Elisa, you'll have to put up the flashback of your dead plant. Because remember that? We had it on a previous episode. But it takes 2 years to grow, you said.
Well, it's this pretty greenery, this green plant at first. But yeah, actually you can get a pineapple from it, but it takes 2 years. And when I first told you about it, you were like, pineapples grow on the ground?
I actually thought pineapples grew in trees. I'm kind of embarrassed now.
Nope, they grow right on the ground.
It seems sort of like coconuts. I don't know, they were cousins or something.
Tropical fruits.
Yeah, but now when I think about the green leaves and stuff, it sort of all makes sense.
Yeah, and it's really cool. It's a really exotic looking thing. Anyway, neat idea. All right, moving on. This amulet necklace tutorial from the Quiet Lion is a great beginner jewelry project. So all you need is some basic wire wrapping skills, and you can create these pretty long necklaces using a variety of beads and baubles. And once you've got the technique down, you'll have the know-how to create all kinds of beautiful beaded creations. So you can mix and match those random beads in your stash for like an eclectic bohemian amulet look.
Yeah, this project is super pretty. I love the color combo, and her photography is so sharp. It's like I just want to reach through the screen and wear it. So as always, you can find the links to each of these projects in the show notes below, and go poke around the site because there's tons more awesome stuff that you should check out.
Nice. This week's featured influencer is Anne from the blog Flax and Twine. On her blog, you'll find wonderful tutorials on things like finger and arm knitting.
Ah, that's on my list of things to try.
Me too. As well as an array of beautiful yet simple designs. So Anne's a busy mother of 3. She not only creates charming creative content, but she's also writing a book.
What?
I know, crazy.
Happy belated Mother's Day, Anne.
Yeah. So this book, you said you wanted to try out the arm knitting.
Yeah.
She's going to be sharing her patterns and designs for
perfect.
that sort of thing. So the knitting, accessories, home decor, as well as projects for the kiddos too. So I love the soft feminine feel of the aesthetic on her blog. And her projects are really approachable and easy. So Anne has set out to create her own happy handmade life, as she puts it, and Flax and Twine, her blog, will inspire you to do the same. So thanks, Anne.
Awesome. And on that note, welcome to all of our new influencers. We have hundreds of influencers now, and we love following all of your blogs and seeing what you're making, hearing from you in our email, and in our private Facebook group. So, if you've never heard of WhimsyBox Influencer, it's our affiliate technology designed especially for DIY and craft bloggers and publishers. So we've been listening to their feedback, rolling out new features. We have blog sidebar badges now for our influencers, the ability to delete supply lists, which seems like a sort of natural thing that had not occurred to us until people asked. So if you made a supply list and you don't want it anymore, now you can delete it. We've improved the search features on the site and added tons of new items. So I think last week I mentioned we were up to 40,000 different items, and I think this week we're up to 50,000. So there are tons of supplies on the site for whatever DIY you're ready to tackle. So if you have a blog and it's about DIY and craft, go to whimsybox.com/influencer and check it out.
Yes, let me know. So there's lots of fun stuff on our blog this week. We've been super inspired by all the great calligraphy projects our subscribers are sharing on Instagram.
Yeah,
so
use
awesome.
#WhimsyBox when you Instagram your project, because then we make sure we get to see it.
Yeah, and Elisa did a roundup of all the cool marble projects.
Cool marble.
I
wrote that and made her say it.
And this week we're giving away an awesome prize for Win It Wednesday.
Yes!
All right, where is it?
It's right here.
It's a Shark Rocket Ultralight Upright Vacuum. And I was busy last night cleaning the office and I used it. And this thing has got some get up and go.
It's auto powered.
Yeah, you turn it on, you're like, whoa!
Yeah, it kind of goes on its own. I just have to say, so, we're a small startup company, and prior to the arrival of this guy, I would just bring my vacuum in from home.
Right.
Once a month or whatever, which Joe hated. So Shark is not only going to clean up all the glitter off our floor, it's going to save my marriage. Yay! And one could save your marriage or house as well. We'll be giving it away on Wednesday, so go enter on the blog.
Yes. I love vacuuming. That's one of my weird therapy things.
I remember right when you started working here, you were into the vacuuming. I was like, all right.
Yeah. It makes a difference, especially with all so we pack our boxes with the crinkle paper fluff stuff, and it is everywhere. And it must jump and cling to you.
It does. It sticks to you. I'll be home on the couch at night and be like, oh gosh.
But anyway, so it's awesome for that.
So speaking of packing, May Whimsy boxes are going out on Monday.
Yay!
Hooray! So it's too soon to tell you what's inside, but we will be sending out tracking information to our subscribers later in the week. So watch your inboxes.
Yes.
Okay, on to the other stuff.
Silly stuff.
Yeah. So speaking of subscription services, I tried a new one this past week called Apron. Have you heard of it?
I heard of it. But I've never
From
tried
me?
it. Yeah.
So it's a subscription. You can do it weekly, or you can decide your frequency for making meals. Speaking of recipes.
Nice.
So we got a box, and it came with everything to make 3 different meals. And it's just my husband and I, so ours were like 2 servings each. They were totally generous servings. We had leftovers every day, so that's sort of good. Lunch. And we made, let's see, whole wheat spaghetti with meatballs.
Nice. Classic.
Chicken enchiladas with like the green verde tomatillo sauce.
Oh, nice.
And then last night we did a spring vegetable casserole, like with egg noodles, which I love. So anyway, it was really fun and good. It's crazy because they send you, kind of like we try to in our boxes, they send everything. Like you never want to assume somebody has.
Right.
So it was like 2 tablespoons of flour in a baggie.
Oh, because that was my question for you. Like, do they send you the olive oil? Do they send you the...
So they did not send olive oil, salt, or pepper, but they sent butter.
But all the other spices and stuff? Because that's the thing sometimes you don't have. Like,
yeah, all the spices, like panko breadcrumbs, little things of cheese, all the produce, of course, the meat. It comes in this like, it's like a cardboard box with like refrigerator-y insulated stuff inside and then ice packs. So if I had to say there's a downside, it's all the packaging I feel rather badly about. I mean, most of it's recyclable, but it definitely, we try to have less packaging. You know, Boulder's very all about recycling and being green. And so I felt bad having 8 billion plastic bags with like 2 spring onions in them.
Yeah.
Or like 2 tablespoons of flour. Like that's kind of a bummer. But we made 3 things that we would not have otherwise made. Yes, if I were to rank them, and Joe would agree because we talked about it last night, chicken enchiladas were number 1. That was awesome. I'd never cooked with tomatillos before, and it was totally easy. We roasted them and then made the sauce. That was delish. I will make those again for sure. Number 2 was the spring vegetable casserole, which we also liked. And then number 3 was spaghetti and meatballs, probably because like it's spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah,
right?
it's pretty standard. Everybody's made it before, but
yeah. So that was like our least favorite, but it was still good, and we totally ate it.
Nice.
And we're gonna do it again this week, partially because I forgot to set up my preferences in time, and I already got the shipping notification.
Sending it already.
But it's good because it actually made us cook. We cooked together, which was kind of fun. And then the recipes come on these big, like full 8.5 by 11 sort of cardstocky cards, like in full color. So you can just like slip them in a 3-ring binder or a folder and hang on to it and make it again.
That's nice. And that's kind of what we try to do too. Like we send this box with everything you need to make whatever it is. And then, you know, if you really like it, you can make it again. You can recreate it. It doesn't have to be like a one-time thing. Or if you don't like it so much, I mean, you've got another box coming next
something
month
else
to try.
And there's something else to make.
It's kind of a great way to experiment. And like we talked about before, cooking is such a creative outlet as well.
Yeah, totally.
So,
and it's like I do want to cook more, but the shopping, like actually, the shopping part is one annoyance. The worst part, I think, is the deciding.
yeah.
Like,
what am I hungry for?
Oh, should I make the same thing I always make? Like that part is like worse. So like having them be like, here are the 3 recipes. You're like, okay. It's
and
spring
it's
vegetable
the fear of
casserole.
the unknown too sometimes because you're like, I don't know how this recipe is going to turn out.
Yeah,
like,
we made a bechamel sauce, which I had never done
that's
before.
a good one. I like making bechamel. Patrick, did we talk about Patrick?
Queso? No. So whatever, a week or 2 ago was Cinco de Mayo. So we thought we'd celebrate. And
With food.
Yeah. Okay, talk about Patrick's queso.
Patrick wanted to make queso, and like queso, a lot of times it's like processed cheese product.
Velveeta
It's not
style.
real cheese. It's like a food product that it resembles cheese. But anyway, he was gonna get all fancy and make it with like real cheese, which was
good
impressive.
stuff.
So anyway, it didn't turn out, and I was like, oh, well, you need a roux. And he's like, well, what's a roux? You know, flour and butter and milk and whatever to like combine the thing. But there's such a science to cooking sometimes.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Patrick's queso didn't turn out. It kind of separated a little bit, and in fact, it sat on his desk for a couple
in a crock pot for a couple days, just scaring all of us. But I can see it's not there anymore, so
That's good.
it's safe.
But anyway, good try, Patrick. But you know,
That's what
better
happens
luck
when you
next
cook. Sometimes you goof up, and sometimes it's handy to have somebody spell it all out for
Sure.
you and measure 2 tablespoons of flour so you don't
Right.
mess it up.
But you know, trial and error. It's the way it goes.
Okay, if you have any good recipes or subscriptions that we should try,
Right.
Let us know. Otherwise, share your projects with us. You can upload them to Whimsybox. Use hashtag Whimsybox on Instagram or at Whimsybox us on Twitter. And until next week.
We'll see you then. Bye.
My mom was like, what's wrong with your hair?
You're like,
she's like,
God, I know.
I know. She's like, I'm gonna call your grandma and tell her you know. I'm like,
Grandma's worried.
yeah, seriously.
Oh man, that's
Oh,
too
no.
good. Okay.
Are we there?
Yeah, you guys are on.
Okay.